Well, hello, it's Wednesday, so it must be time for Woolly Hats Wednesday WIPs. And yes, I have had my haircut. Anyway, I've been busy this week because I've still got classes and workshops. So in this sock school, we are down to the shaping of the gusset this week. So that's what we'll be doing next week, or this Thursday. So we've done the leg and the heel flap. So it's this lovely brown bit we're focusing on this week. Shaping of the gusset. Not a nice phrase, is it? One day they'll invent a new word for it. So this is one of the socks that I've been knitting. This is a mosaic knitting sock. There we go. So we're down to, there's the heel flap and the heel turned. Get a bit closer, there we go. So that's that one. So that's going to be match this one. As you can see, I've finished that one. Here's one I did earlier. You see, I haven't matched the colours because it's quite difficult actually. But I thought, oh, I quite fancy a slightly different coloured sock to the other. So that's one sock, and then the other sock I'm knitting as part of sock school is this one, which is the this one. Before I go on to that one, this one is using the Debbie Bliss luxury sock yarn. That's the coloured bit, and that it is luxury. It's nice and soft. I'm using the West Yorkshire Spinners Blueface Leicester signature 4-ply to go with it. So that's that one. And then this one is I'm just doing a rib sock using some yarn from Mothy and the Squid. So this is merino superwash. So it's got a lovely definition, lovely and soft. And there we go. I've shaped the gusset on that one. So that's to show everybody what it should look like when it's been done. So I'm rather pleased with that one, and that's going to be nice to wear. What else have I been doing? Well, I have been doing a bit more mosaic crochet. So this is coming along really, really well. So there we go. So I'm using up some of my Aran stash because a while ago I bought Aran yarn from Aldi because it was cheap. And I haven't actually done anything with it. So this time I'm doing something with it. And amazingly enough, I went into Aldi last week, and saw there was wool in the bargain aisle, and I didn't buy any. I must have been feeling very, very poorly. But anyway, I didn't buy any. I thought, no, I've got to use up the stash that I've got now. So that's good. So that workshop is on Saturday. If anybody wants to come along, I've still got a couple of places. But that's Saturday the 19th, but it should be fun, and lots of different things to try out there. So what else have I been doing? I've been doing, this is called Dunrobin. So it's the jumper that you start from the top and work yourself down, all on round needles. So there's an awful lot of stitches on that one. And the nice thing about this jumper is that it's not just a sack. You know, it's not just straight up and straight down. So let's see if I can find it. It is actually shaped. So, see, I can't find it now. I had it all ready for you. Here we go. So that's what it's going to look like. So I've started from the top, on little epileps, and worked my way down, and it goes in a few, and then it goes out, which means that it's not just like a sack, which some jumpers can be like. So this is, so you can see there's a nice little Aran pattern, cable pattern on the front, and then there's this lovely rib pattern, which is knit one, purl one on one side, and then purl the other, or whatever, something like that. So that's, I'm enjoying doing that, and it's Rowan Felted Tweed, so that's quite nice as well. So, and as some of you know, this is for a present. So the birthday is in May, so I'm doing quite well. I think I shall finish by then, early May. And that's been keeping me occupied. People say to me, well, how do I have so many projects on the go? What I tend to do is knit and crochet projects during the week that are linking to workshops and courses and trying out things for clients. And then at the weekend, I do knitting for me or for my friends or relatives and things like that. But some of you may know I've also been sorting out my stash, so I'm using stash for my crochet, but I've also found some stash that's not mine actually, inherited stash. And I know a lot of you have got inherited stash and don't know what to do. So some of it was horrible and icky, and I have thrown away because I will never use it, and I doubt if anybody will ever use it. However, I did find a couple of gems So I found a bit of a jumper knitted in this and the rest of the balls of wool. So this is Aran knitting, Robin, so it's probably 30 years old, I would say, but it's still good, and it's 100% wool. So that's quite nice, and it is quite soft actually. So I'm going to keep that and see if I can find a project to knit with the amount of wool there. As I said, some of it had already been knitted into a very nice jumper, but this wool was from my mother-in-law, and she was a lot smaller than I was, so the jumper would not have fitted me if I finished it, and I don't think the pack was with it anyway. So that's a nice collection. The other thing that she left was another half-finished jumper made in this. So you can see this is 2 strands of Aran together that she'd been knitting in a garter stitch. And I have to say it wasn't, I didn't think it was very nice anyway. I unravelled it. I unravelled it quite a lot actually when I first got it, and then made myself an Aran cardigan, which is really nice for taking camping because it's a nice throw-on cardi, and I do like an Aran pattern, so that's nice. But there's still quite a lot left. That's just one of the balls. So I think this one I might look at to do a throw or cushion covers. It's quite harsh yarn, so it's probably a bit harsh for clothes that you'd wear next to your skin. So I'm going to have to see if I can find a pattern to go with that. So there you go. So there's some of my stash. And that's the reason why I didn't buy any wool in Aldi, because I've discovered all this yarn. It's amazing. So that's for me for this week. It looks like the sun's going to come out over the next few days, so it'd be nice. I might even get to sit in the garden and knit or crochet. How fab would that be? At the moment I've got lots of frogs in the pond, and they're bonking away, and it looks as though it's a storm in the pond, but actually it's just the ripples of the frogs, leaving us lots of nice frogs spawn. So later in the year we'll have lots of little tiny frogs. So that'll be good to look at if it's nice and warm to sit out in the garden. So I hope you're all well, and I've got lots of nice projects on the go. As usual, please don't forget to share what you're doing, show us what you're up to. That'd be fab, and I will see you next week. Bye.